Kakamega. Bushere.
No. Oh, Bushere.
Bushere mono. Where? You know that calling, right? Anyway, I just know some few words. Yes.
Interesting. I'm really happy to hear you say that.
So you speak Luo as well?
Yes, I speak Luo.
Edina de?
Adimabe.
Maber?
Yes.
Erokamano. Good.
You good?
Excellent.
Okay. So, Dr. Richard Munang, I'm happy within myself to be here with you today. I would like you to tell us who is Richard Munang, without the doctor, without being a writer, because we are going to talk about him being a writer as we proceed. So tell us about Richard Munang.
Actually, Richard Munang is an African son who is passionate about solutions and solutions that lift people from the bottom of the pyramid. And that came from our upbringing because I grew up in the northwestern part of Cameroon in a small village called Jinquin. As we were growing up, our parents would at night gather us around the fireside and tell us stories. And those stories were to give us wisdom and at the same time make us know what is needed to be able to make a change in society.
Awesome. There's something you've mentioned, just like to stop you right there. Innovative, you said solutions.
Correct.
And that's what we are here for, because in your book that the audience has no idea about, it's a new book, there's something called innovative volunteerism, which is also geared towards giving solutions. Please tell us about this particular book, Making Africa Work Through the Power of Innovative Volunteerism.
Actually, the reality of the continent today, so when Africa is mentioned anywhere in the world today, problems pop up. It's about poverty. It's about a continent where people go to bed hungry. It's about youth unemployment that is over 60% today.
Yes.
It's about adversity, suffering, disease. That's the picture in which Africa has been painted for quite a very long time. Then the stories start to change to a continent that is rising, to a continent with huge potential. But potential doesn't feed anybody. It doesn't create jobs for the youth. But what is missing in this equation all the time is the people, you and me, our skills, our talents. But because this is missing, Africa is discussed sometimes as if the people are not productive, they're not creative, and they're not entrepreneurial. But that's the opposite. So what this book sets out to do is that the continent of Africa have got people, their skills and their talents, the ingenuity of and the entrepreneurial spirit of the young people especially, outweighs money and outweighs any resource that the continent have got, whether we're talking about mineral resources, gas, oil, the sceneries. They cannot be able to beat the skills of the people. And so putting people at the center of development is something that the book has showcased and show the power that when people voluntarily volunteer to retool their skills, to learn new skills in solving the problems, whether it is food insecurity or creating opportunities for young people, they can be able to advance Africa's development.
Awesome. Young people. You've mentioned that even as you explained through innovative volunteerism. Why the young people?
If you look across the continent, right? So the population of Africa as we speak today is 1.4 billion people. And out of that 1.4 billion people, over 60% are under the age of 35.
Yes.
So when you actually look at the continent, it's a young continent. But being young is one aspect, but being useful is another. So youthfulness is usefulness. If you are not useful, then your youthfulness will get dissipated because you are not going to be young forever.
Yes.
24 years ago, I was 20 years old.
Yes.
And today I'm 44, right? So the point is that the fact that you are young today doesn't mean that you're going to remain young for the rest of your life.
No.
And therefore, if you're not useful to seize opportunities, to retool your skills, to become a solution provider, not a complainer in chief, then definitely you will lose a lot of opportunities.
Hey, Mambo, you know, in Kenya, right now, much as you've not been here, you've not really gotten the Swahili in it. Have you heard of mambo imechemka?
Ichemka sana.
Yes. That's it, guys. Mambo imechemka. We are done. Thank you.